Nutrition and the toddler. The toddler is typically thought of 1 to 3 years of age. Good nutrition promotes good health. When poor nutrition occurs, it can cause two major things in this age range. One is called iron deficiency anemia. Iron deficiency anemia can cause delayed attention span and social withdrawal. It affects about 8% of all toddlers, and preventing anemia is important because there's a definite link between low iron levels and high lead levels. If the toddler is not anemic and doesn't have low iron levels, the chances of them having high blood levels of lead are significantly lower. Illness is another factor in poor nutrition. It can cause delayed learning as well. The child may not feel like learning or participating in learning activities if they are not feeling well. If they are not feeling well, they may not be able to keep current on their vaccination schedule. So, missed vaccinations may leave them open to more illness, which may further cause delayed learning. Toddlers are experimenting with new boundaries in their new mobile world. They are asserting independence and control over their new environment. It will help if they are involved in the food preparation. It's important to make them feel empowered. Even letting them make 2 choices of food items will increase the likelihood that they will eat the meal. It's important to remember that during decreased growth rates, the child will not have an increased appetite. You may notice a decreased appetite. This is normal and will occur at random intervals, and it is to be expected. Evaluate the food intake over a 3 to 5 day period when this happens to obtain a better picture of how much food they really are consuming in a week's time. Also important to remember is to encourage fluids during these time frames. It's essential that toddlers consume nutritious food versus empty calories. Empty calories are foods that contain calories but offer very little to no nutritional value. Empty calories usually contain a lot of sugar or salt. Sugar can be hidden in food that is labeled healthy. Fruit juice has its benefits, but bear in mind that 4 to 6 ounces is equivalent to 1 of the 2 needed fruit servings for that day. And it is recommended that toddlers eat actual fruit rather than drink the juice. Fruit contains the fiber which help them during potty training and keep them from developing constipation. Salt is easily more recognized in foods without reading labels, but as a reminder, foods that have high salt content are generally crackers, chips, pretzels, and other snack foods, as well as canned foods and processed foods, such as lunch meat. Although there are more selections of Lunchables today, be careful and read labels. Many still contain a total day's worth of salt, fat, and sugar in one serving. When you're stuck and you can't think of healthy options, you can always use this as a reference. Smoothies. There are so many possibilities as to what to add, and you can customize it to the toddler's food preferences. If they like bananas, strawberries, if they like something else, you can always incorporate their favorite things. Don't forget it's all in the display as well. You can use a cool straw, a fun cup, food coloring. They might find a banana smoothie that's green, funny, and then will be more apt to drink that than the usual standard that the healthy adult thinks of. Dipping sauces such as yogurt can be fun when they're looking at vegetables. Popsicles with frozen fruit or yogurt are easy for them to help make. Celery logs with raisins is bugs. Homemade pizzas. It's easier to control the salt and the fat content in something homemade versus takeout. Homemade trail mix to include their favorite nuts, berries, dried fruit. Some important reminders as review. Large portions can be overwhelming for little people. What we perceive as a small portion may be viewed as a large portion to them. It's better to offer them 1 or 2 teaspoons of something rather than 2/3 of a cup of something and have them be overwhelmed and not even try it. New foods take time for acceptance. You may offer them something 6 to 8 times before they actually agree and even taste it. Try and be patient. Involve toddlers in the food preparation as much as possible. Let them develop even silly names for dishes that they make. The more they are involved in the food preparation, the more likely they are to buy in and try the meal or snack once it's fully done. Recognize that they may refuse items altogether at times despite your best efforts. Again, try and be patient. This behavior is totally normal. Remember, they're trying to assert control. Be consistent and don't let meals become battlegrounds. Again, try and be patient. Thank you so much for viewing.